Friends, today the third and decisive T20 match was played between the teams of India and South Africa, and this match proved to be extremely thrilling and a close contest. First, the Indian bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, thoroughly dismantled South Africa, and then the Indian batsmen forced South Africa to its knees. So, in this video today, we will tell you all the thrilling highlights of the third T20 match between India and South Africa. So, do watch this video till the end, and if you are a big fan of the Indian team, then please do like this video. Friends, the like target for this video is 1,000 likes. After the 3-match ODI series, it was now time for the most exciting format, the 5-match T20 series, and today the decisive match of this thrilling T20 series was played. The first match was played at the beautiful Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium in Dharamshala. This ground is famous for its snowy peaks, cool breezes, and excellent outfield. It was time for the toss, and luck, this time, was with the Indian captain, Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya won the toss and decided to bowl first. Surya clearly stated that the pitch looked slow, and considering this, he wanted to restrict South Africa to a low score first so that the target could be chased later. Knowing that this pitch offered special help to Indian spinners, South Africa's two formidable openers, Quinton de Kock and Reza Hendricks, then stepped onto the field. Experienced Jasprit Bumrah and young Arshdeep Singh came to bowl the first over. Arshdeep Singh began to put pressure on the South African batsman with his precise line and length. On the third ball, Arshdeep Singh trapped Reza Hendricks. It was a full-length delivery around the middle at leg stump, and the ball swung sharply inwards. Reza Hendricks completely missed playing it, and the ball struck his pads. The Indian team immediately took a review as they were fully confident, and the replay clearly showed that the ball was hitting the stumps. Reza Hendricks was out for 0 runs. He played only 3 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's first wicket fell at a score of 0. Aid Markram came to the crease, accompanied by Quinton de Kock. Young fast bowler Harshit Rana came to bowl the second over. He bowled round the wicket and surprised Quinton de Kock with his pace. The ball was on a good length, nipped sharply inwards. Quinton de Kock missed playing it, and the ball hit his pads. Harshit Rana made a loud appeal, and the umpire raised his finger. Quinton de Kock spoke to Markram, but did not take a review, and the replay showed that the ball was just clipping the leg stump. This wicket was a big success for the Indian team. Quinton de Kock was out for 1 run. He played only 3 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's score was 1 run for the loss of 1 wicket. Dual Brovis come to the crease. South Africa was now at 2 wickets down. Arshdeep Singh came to bowl the third over, and Aiden Markram hit the first boundary of his innings. Arshdeep Singh bowled a good length delivery around off stump, and Markram, playing it on the rise, sent it over mid-off with superb timing for a boundary. This shot demonstrated his class. South Africa's score was 7 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. On the second ball of the same over, Arshdeep Singh troubled Dual Brevis. The ball took an inside edge off his bat and hit his pads, and fielder Shubman Gill also thought the ball might have hit the bat. Although the Indian team considered taking a review, Captain Surya Kumar Yadav ultimately decided against it. Harshit Rana came to bowl the fourth over. He once again surprised the batsman with his pace. He bowled a full-length delivery outside off stump. Brevis tried to drive it, but the ball took an inside edge off the bat and crashed into his leg stumps. Harsh Rana was completely thrilled with his success, and this wicket put South Africa in even more trouble. Dual Brevis was out for 2 runs. He played 7 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's score was 10 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. South Africa was in trouble within the power play. Their 3 key batsmen had returned to the pavilion cheaply. Tristan Stubbs came to the crease. Arshdeep Singh came to bowl the 5th over and continued to build pressure. In this over, with his precise line and length, he gave the batsmen no chance to play freely and conceded only 1 run. South Africa's score was 11 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Aiden Markram was unbeaten on 7 runs, and Tristan Stubbs was unbeaten on 0 runs. Harshit Rana came to bowl the 6th over, and Aiden Markram attacked him. Harish Rana bowled a good length delivery around off stump. Markram drove it towards wide long off with excellent timing for a boundary. This shot was superb. On the very next ball, Harshit Rana bowled a slower delivery that was a bit full, and Markram flicked it towards mid-wicket for another boundary. These 2 boundaries brought some relief to the South African camp, and they rapidly advanced the scoreboard. 8 runs came from this over, and by the end of the power play, South Africa's score was 18 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Aiden Markram was unbeaten on 15 runs, and Tristan Stubbs was unbeaten on 0 runs. Hardik Pandya came to bowl the 7th over and achieved a significant breakthrough on his very first ball. Hardik Pandya bowled a shore of a length deliver outside off stump. The ball was moving away from the batsman. Tristan Stubbs played a loose shot, and the ball took an outside edge off his bat, going straight into the hands of wicket-keeper Jitesh Sharma. This was Hardik Pandya's 100th wicket in his T20 international career, which was a significant achievement. Tristan Stubbs was out for 9 runs. He played 13 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's score was 20 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Corbin Bosch came to the crease. South Africa was now in complete disarray. Their 4 batsmen had returned to the pavilion for a score of 20 runs. Varun Chakravarthy came to bowl the 8th over, and with his mysterious spin bowling, he kept the batsmen tied down. His precise line, length, and variations gave the batsmen no chance to play freely. Only 3 runs came from this over, and South Africa's score was 23 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Aiden Markram was unbeaten on 16 runs, and Corbin Bosch was unbeaten on 1 run. Hardik Pandya came to bowl the 9th over, and Markram put pressure on him. Hardik Pandya pitched the ball up around off stump. Markram played a brilliant cover drive off it. The ball sped through the gap between mid-off and extra cover for a boundary. This was a shot with excellent timing. Markram was now trying to rebuild the innings. 6 runs came from this over, and South Africa's score was 34 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Markram was unbeaten on 28 runs. Varun Chakravarthy came to bowl the 10th over. He once again continued his tight bowling. He troubled the batsmen with his flight and turn, giving them no opportunities. Only 4 runs came from this over. Markram and Corbin Bosch rotated the strike intelligently and focused on preserving wickets. And by the end of the middle overs, South Africa's score was 44 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Aiden Markram was unbeaten on 28 runs, and Corbin Bosch was unbeaten on 4 runs. Indian bowlers maintained complete pressure on South Africa in the first 10 overs, and this was a very poor start for South Africa. Now the second phase of the innings began, and South Africa desperately needed a partnership as their top-order batsman had failed miserably. Shivam Dube came to bowl the 11th over. The Indian captain handed him the ball. This was his first over, and the captain wanted him to generate the movement on the wicket with his medium pace. Shivam Dube immediately surprised Corbin Bosch with his pace. He bowled a good length ball that came in sharply towards the stumps with a bit of movement. Corbin Bosch went to play it defensively, but the ball found its way between bat and pad and directly uprooted the leg stump. This was a brilliant display of bowling from Shivam Dube. He secured the 5th success for his team. Corbin Bosch was bowled for 4 runs off 9 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's score was 44 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Donovan Ferreira came to the crease. Ferreira is an aggressive batsman, and he was trying to stabilize the innings and accelerate the scoreboard along with Markram. Kuldeep Yadav came to bowl the 12th over, and Ferreira attacked him. Ferreira completely read Kuldeep's 5th ball. It was a short delivery on which he knelt down and played a slog sweep, sending the ball over mid-wicket and into the snowy skies of Dharamshala for 6 runs. It was a magnificent shot. Markram also managed to pick up a single in this over, which eased some pressure. 9 runs came from this over. Shivam Dube came to bowl the 13th over, and Markram put pressure on him. On the 3rd ball of the over, Shivam Dube bowled a short ball outside off stump. Ferreira immediately went on the back foot and hit a powerful pull shot. The ball sped through the gap at mid-wicket for a boundary. This raised questions about Shivam Dube's line and length. Captain Surya Kumar Yadav immediately went to Shivam Dube and advised him not to bowl short balls, as Ferreira could be quite dangerous against them. In the same over, Ferreira attempted another big shot. The ball went high in the air, and Arshdeep Singh, standing at long on, dived forward, but could not quite hold onto the ball. It was an easy chance that India missed. Ferreira got a lifeline, and the Indian camp was a bit disappointed. Varun Chakravarthy hit to bowl the 14th over, and he once again showcased his magic. He trapped Donovan Ferreira with his foolish delivery. It was a slower ball on the middle stump. Ferreira tried to play a slog sweep over mid-wicket, but completely missed the ball, and it went straight into the leg stump. This was the brilliance of Varun Chakravarthy's mystery spin, which was difficult for any batsman to decipher. Donovan Ferreira was bowled for 20 runs off 15 balls. His innings included 1 boundary, 1 6, and South Africa's score was 71 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Marco Jansen came to the crease. Now South Africa's hopes rested solely on Aidan Markram, who had held one end. Shivam Dube came to bowl the 15th over, and Markram continued to put pressure on him. Shivam Dube bowled a full-length delivery, and Markram tried to loft it. The ball went high in the air, and Harshit Rana, standing at deep mid-wicket, ran to take the catch. However, he misjudged the ball, and it went over him and landed inside the boundary. This was another misfield which Markram capitalized on. 5 runs came from this over. Varun Chakravarthy came to bowl the 16th over, and he once again surprised Marco Jansen with his mystery spin. It was a foolish delivery which Jansen tried to play defensively, but the ball came in and went between bat and pad, uprooting the off stump. This was Varun Chakravarthy's 2nd wicket. He secured the 7th success for his team. Marco Jansen was bowled for 2 runs off 7 balls. His innings included no boundaries, and South Africa's score was 77 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. And Rich Nortje came to the crease. Markram was now fighting alone. Hardik Pandya came to bowl the 17th over. Nortje welcomed him with a brilliant shot. Hardik Pandya bowled a short delivery on off stump. Nortje stepped back and hit a powerful pull shot. The ball went over deep backward square leg for 6 runs. It was a magnificent shot that excited the South African dressing room. 8 runs came from this over. Harish Rana came to bowl the 18th over, and Markram struck him hard. Harish Rana bowled a slow and full ball to tempt the batsman. Markram swung so hard that his bat flew out of his hands and landed on the leg side, but the ball took an edge off his bat and went over backward point for a boundary. On the very next ball, Harshit Rana bowled another slower ball, but this time, Markram slogged with full power. The ball took an edge off the bat and crossed the deep extra cover boundary. This was Markram's 10th T20 international half-century, and he single-handedly steadied South Africa's innings. On the next ball, Harshit Rana bowled a slower delivery into the wicket, but Markram anticipated it and sent it straight over the side screen for 6 runs. A total of 17 runs came from this over, and Markram pushed South Africa's score past 100 runs. Markram was unbeaten on 61 runs, and Nortje was unbeaten on 12 runs. Arshdeep Singh came to bowl the 19th over, and he once again trapped Aidan Markram with his precise Yorker and variations. Arshdeep Singh bowled a full-length delivery that angled away from the batsman. Markram tried to hit it powerfully, but the ball took a slight edge off his bat, went into the hands of wicketkeeper Jeet Sharma. Markram stood in disappointment for a moment, then walked towards the pavilion. Arshdeep Singh patted him on the back for his excellent fighting innings. Aidan Markram was out for 61 runs off 46 balls. His innings included 6 fours and 2 sixes, and South Africa's score was 112 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. This was the end of a brilliant innings by Markram. Longi Ndidi came to the crease. Kuldeep Yadav came to bowl the 20th over, and he outwitted Rich Nortje with his mysterious spin. Nortje stepped forward to play a big shot, but Kuldeep kept the ball a bit short and wide, preventing Nortje from reaching it. Wicketkeeper Jitesh Sharma quickly completed the stumping, and Rich Nortje was stumped out for 12 runs off 12 balls. His innings included 1 6, and South Africa's score was 116 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. On the very next ball, Kuldeep Yadav frapped Otniel Bartman, but Bartman tried to play a big shot, but handed the ball straight into the hands of captain Surya Kumar Yadav, who was standing at mid-off. Otniel Bartman fought for 1 run off 2 balls, and South Africa's innings collapsed for 117 runs for the loss of 10 wickets in 20 overs. The Indian bowlers put on a fantastic performance. Arshdeep Singh took 2 wickets for 13 runs. Harshish Rana took 2 wickets for 34 runs. Hardik Pandya took 1 wicket for 23 runs. Varun Chakravarthy took 2 wickets for 11 runs, and Kuldeep Yadav also took 2 wickets for 11 runs. Together, they restricted South Africa to a small total, and despite Markram's fighting innings, South Africa could only manage 117 runs. What do you think? On this difficult pitch for batting, will India be able to pose a tough challenge to South Africa's bowlers and chase down this target of 118 runs? And if you like this video, please like, share, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel.